Nimbus, the space gate to Dark World is charged up and now open. Welcome back, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. It's your boy KDZ bringing you guys another market watch. And again, guys, the reason why we do these videos because I have a huge passion for trading card games. I love talking about trading card games, and I want to continue to build a community that has the same love and passion for admiring all those gorgeous lore windows as I do. And with that, let's get into it. Yesterday we left off, we were talking about Gravekeepers and just their exceptional lore windows and their design, their subtleties added onto Gravekeeper Spy, etc., etc. But um, something I thought was funny. I was looking at this earlier when I was at work. Was the Tyrant Red Dragon Archfang? Remember, guys, we looked at this card yesterday, and both copies were $15. There was like 4 listings for the Dark Illusion and about 8 for the Dimensional Guardians. But I come back here to the Dark Illusions, and yeah, it's $50. All right, prime for a reprint. But if you have this card, you can make a quick buck, guys. You could drop this card at like $20, $19.99, and somebody would probably snag it because of FOMO. Because of pure FOMO, you might be able to get $29.99 out of somebody because of some FOMO. But nobody in their right mind should be paying that price for this card. Let's see if there's been any sales on this. 1017, 1540, 1015, 1749, 1015. Oh my God, you might be able to get somebody with a 1999 listing for this one right now. Lure window is cool. The Tyrant looks strong, but no way, guys. $50, no way. No way, no how. We weren't able to finish what we were talking about yesterday. A couple of things that I wanted to go in because, again, like always, guys, we shooting these market watches outside alive with the life, shooting alive with you guys. And yesterday, I swear it was like the same temperature as it is today. The only difference is that yesterday the wind was blowing. So there was like wind chill on top of what it was. But like I mentioned yesterday, like if the wind's not blowing, it's comfortable. But today there's like no wind. Like it's just dead. Like the leaves on the trees are steel. But a couple of things I wanted to get into. Of course, guys, these are TCG market watches. Now Yu-Gi-Oh market watches. TCG Yu-Gi-Oh is just uh I would say my favorite out of all the trading card games. Um Ball in Pokemon. Now we're probably gonna have to do some filtering here. Yeah, we're gonna have to filter item card. This is what we want to look at. Dope. I was playing some Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire a couple of days ago, and it just always brings me back, to being able to immortalize some of your favorite Pokeballs. Like obviously you got the Ultra Ball Secret Rare still used in the current meta right now. That's why the GOAT Secret Rare from Brilliant Stars, the best GOAT Secret Rares that the Pokemon company has ever printed. It's 83 listings as well as 1983, market price 22.79. I have Level Ball. I think I have 2 of these. 96 listings as well as 13.99, market price 15.81. I may sell one. I don't know. I love me some balls, even though they don't have like my favorite is the Ultra Ball. Even though they don't have like every complement of them, they have Quick Ball here. Which is way down, but the only reason why I feel like Quick Ball is so down is because it's rotated out. It was a part of the Sword and Shield meta, but it essentially does the same thing as Nest Ball. There's just like minute differences there, but they essentially do the same thing. This is the card that's pretty much replacing the current. Would pretty much replacing Quick Ball is Nest Ball, and it's being used in the meta right now, particularly with Miradon EX. And like I said, guys, we always doing these market watches outside, so you can hear the birds and the bees, and your occasional, 14-wheeler driving by. But this Nest Ball, it doesn't look bad. The gold secret rare, like the swirl it has, but it doesn't seem to pop as much. I would have to hold it in person in comparison to to the Sword and Shield Gold Secret. It's like look at how it like the background behind the ball, how it's like light shining, pitting the ball on display. You don't really get that from the new Nest ball, but like I said, I'd have to hold them side by side to really get a apples for apples comparison to compare the two Gold Secret rarities. But again, Ultra Ball up here holding strong. You see, this Nest Ball has actually appreciated in value because the older Nest Ball then came back into the format, meaning that you can use the older Nest Ball printings. You can use the Sun and Moon base set Secret Rare Nest Ball, even though I believe the Scarlet Violet, the lure window looks a little bit better. But still, like Ultra Ball, Level Ball, Quick Ball, big pickups for me. Like I said, I'm on the fence about the Cherish Ball, the Net Ball, the Ultra Ball from Sun and Moon base because I don't believe those Gold Secret Rares, hit as hard. But I'm still waiting to see what Scarlet and Violet has to offer when it comes to Gold Secret Rare balls. Even though this wasn't the main thing I was going for. The main thing I was going for was there was a regional this past week, and I watched a couple of matches. Need to go back, but Lost Box. I was watching Lost Box, and Lost Box just had the match I was watching just had a heck of a performance. I mean, Chorus's Experiment, I had no idea this card was actually being used in the metagame, in Lost Box, and it's an intricate part of it. But the fact that it is Chorus's Experiment full art, let's see. Oh, look at the chart. What is that volatility? Up, down, up, down, up, down. 1469 back in October. So the reprint didn't really bring too much of a cool off, but considering how it's like used in the meta right now, like all of Chorus's Experiments copies, the hyper rare, 124 listings as low as $5 market price. That's absurdly cheap. And then you have the Crown Zenith Galarian Gallery Chorus Experiment. Of course, like I said, the lore window that inspired the giveaway of the 3 Sword and Shield base set packs, guys. The only thing you need to do to enter, slide on over to the 2TCG YouTube channel, guys. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment on the stream after it ends. It becomes a video. What is one of your top 10 favorite lure windows of any card from any game, and put the name of the set beside the card in the comment. You'll be entered to win those 3 Sword and Shield base set packs, guys. Since July, we've been doing this. I don't think, since July we've been doing this, and nobody has still won the giveaway, which is crazy. But it's there for just talking about your passions. But again, that Chorus's Experiment, 89 listings as low as 1040, market price 1050. That's probably why that's the model of consistency there with that price point because of its use in the current metagame. But extremely strong card. And then the card that was used with it, I never thought this card would see play. I thought it would drop because it wouldn't see play, was Dragon Knight V. Dragon Knight V, alternate full art out of Evolving Skies, 69 listings as low as 78.32, market price 88.99. Crazy thing about this is that it's more expensive now with more listings on the market than there's ever been. It used to be like a $55 to $65 card when it wasn't being used in the meta when it first came out, and it was always like 30 or less listings for it. Now it's a $80, $90 card, and there's double the number of listings. But it's being used in the meta. I don't believe they run Dragon Knight V-Star in there, but then you got two other, are these the same? Yes, these are the same. No, they're two different Dragon Knights. So you got two different Dragon Knight Vs. You got Dragon Knight V, Dragon Gale, and Dragon Knight V Bust Your Tail. Even though they both use the same energies, they both use water energy, electric energy. But more than likely, you can go into the same Dragon Knight V-Star over both. And then you got the Dragon Knight V, the Sword and Shield promo cards. 62 listings as low as $5, market price $8.09 for the promo. They got two different Dragon Knight V stores? No. They're the same Dragonite V Star, just two different artworks, even though they look eerily similar. Okay, yeah. Pokemon Go introduced a Dragonite V, and that's where they gave us Dragonite V Star. I think it's just dope to see Dragonite V getting some play in the current meta, because it's like one of the strongest Pokemon in the game, in the world of Pokemon. Yet in the TCG, like it sees no play until now, which is dope. And its Dragon Gale is exceptionally powerful for what it is, especially for like the way he was able to tutor it out and get to his two water energies and electric energy and then just go straight in. It was really dope. And the other really cool thing about Dragonite V is that it's a basic Pokemon. So you don't need to go into Dratini, Dragonair, and then Dragonite V. You just need Dragonite V. So you could just have 4 copies of this Dragonite V in your deck, which is just so dope. Having that on your bench in that alternate art for lure window aesthetic, incredible, as Perfect Cell would say. And then there was another card, VIP Battle VIP Pass. Okay, Pokemon Prize Pack Series cards. So apparently, Battle VIP Pass, I guess that's a reprint for it, because the last time we looked at this, guys, this card was $10 plus. This was probably like a month ago. Reverse holofoil? Yeah, this was probably like a month ago. It was like $10 plus. Now it's falling. It's not that expensive anymore. But that was back when it didn't have another version. Nevertheless, its usefulness has not waned in even the slightest. I want to say it's probably been used in every deck currently at this point. I mean, search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. Then shuffle. I mean, say no more. Like being able to use it on your first turn. It's an item card, not a supporter. So you can use multiple. I mean, say no more. Out of Fusion Strike, we might have to clear the filters. Reset the filters. Whoa. We reset the filters and we went way deep. Now we about to go down the rabbit hole. We're looking at every product on TCG Player right now. You got Disney Lorcana, D23 promos, market price $12,000. The most expensive product on TCG Pro, or holding the highest market price on TCG. You got Pokemon Fossil First Edition Booster Box, one listing as $20,000, market price $11,999. And then you got Yu-Gi-Oh in here, Battles of Legend Armageddon Booster Box case, 4 listings as low as $4,000, market price $6,799. Somebody bought a case around $7K. I don't know. A Gallantmon Crimson Mode Ultimate Cup? One listing is as low as $4,300. Plasma Blast, the booster box? Really? Out of all the booster boxes, no Sky Ridge, no Expedition, no Aquapolis or Aquapolis. Magic the Gathering Secret Lair Showdown, Ragavan Nimble Pilferer. 5 listings as low as $2,950, market price $2,965. Roanoa Zoro, 4 listings as low as $2,899, market price $2,995. I like to see that card in person. I like to see that lure window in all its glory without the sample across the center of it. I'm a fan of Zoro. What's on page 2? Shining Charizard out of Neo Destiny, 18 listings as low as $399, market price $2,550. I was curating somebody's collection and they actually have one of these. So they got a nice pretty penny on their hands with that one. And then you got Evolving Skies. Something booster box case, 7 listings is $2,699. Market price $2,400. Evolving Skies, man. That is the set that just keeps on giving. Let's reverse engineer this, go back into Evolving Skies. A booster box for Evolving Skies right now is going for $425. An ETB is going for $80. That's tough. I had a couple of those booster boxes sealed. I mean those ETB sealed. I bought them for around like 50. But I had to scratch the itch and I tried to play the lottery. I didn't win. I didn't pull the goo, unfortunately. The Rayquaza VMAX alternate art secret, 80 listings as low as 160, market price 255.52. I didn't pull the goo. I feel like it was worth it though, because there was a lot of goo to pull. Because I mean, Rayquaza VMAX was not the only exceptional card in this set. I mean, when you do the comparison of like alternate arts that they put in sets, like this one was unprecedented in the Sword and Shield era. Even going into like going into like Brilliant Stars and like Lost Origin, like nothing like held a candle to the alternate arts that this set produced. I don't know the EBPs, the estimated base prices for these alternate arts. I'd have to go to Danny Vantum's channel and do some digging. I know he got a video up from when they opened up a lot of Evolving Skies. He got pull ratios, and I could probably take his pull ratios and pull down the EBP for these alternate arts. But I know if I pull down the pull ratios from what the booster boxes are going for right now, 425, these alternate arts are probably on deal mode. Not to mention the fact that these alternate arts actually got reprints in alternate arts. So that's helped hold down the price. Outside of the Dragon IV, that one did not get a reprint of its alternate art. But it will hold down the price a little bit. But I would say that these are all probably still on Uber deal mode. We go on to page 2. Here's a nice one. Durellin on VMAX, alternate art secret. 106 listings as low as 1424, market price 1637. They only did 4 alternate art secret rares. Durellin on VMAX was one of them. It's $15. That is criminally cheap. Just from the EBP, I already know. Let's slide over here to the Wilds of Eldraine, though. This is the newest standard set out of MTG, Magic the Gathering. I wanted to see what the cards were looking like at the top of the set that people were looking for. The best cards in the set. You got Agatha's Soul Cauldron. 187 listings as low as $40, market price $40.76. Legendary artifact. Let's read this. You may spend mana as though it were mana of, well, it's a 2-drop. First of all, it's an artifact, so it's a two colorless 2-drop. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate abilities of creatures you control. Okay, busted already for an artifact. For those of you guys who don't know, an artifact in Magic is like the equivalent to, well, Pokemon doesn't really have anything like these. Yu-Gi-Oh, you could say like Maybe back row. It's like a continuous spell, a continuous trap. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with Agatha's Soul Cauldron. So every card that Agatha's Soul Cauldron, or every creature that Agatha's Soul Cauldron exiles, which is like Banish or the Lost Zone in Pokemon, if it has an activated ability, creatures you control get +1/+1. No, creatures you control that have a +1/+1 counter on them can activate their activated abilities. And you tap Agatha's Soul Cauldron, exile target card from a graveyard. And when a creature card is exiled this way, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. So you can tap Agatha's Soul Cauldron at any point. You can tap it on your turn. You can tap it on your opponent's turn. And then it resets on your turn. If you can exile any card. This is a mythic out of Wilds of Eldraine, but you can exile any card. And if you hit a creature with it, you can put a +1/+1 on a creature card you control. On top of that, if that creature has activated abilities, the +1/+1 counter on whatever creature you didn't put it on can now use those activated abilities. And because of Agatha's Soul Cauldron, you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate the abilities. $40 seems kind of cheap. But I mean, that's just how Magic does it, because Magic has, an extended art reprint of the card in the set. That's going to keep the price down of this one, even though they're comparable. But if we were to go into Agatha Soul Cauldron and actually see like what a foil copy was going for, it'll probably be a little bit more than $40. You got Virtue of Persistence, Virtue of Loyalty, Virtue of Knowledge. So these cards, a lot of times in sets, Magic will give like each color a card of like the same type, like how this one has Virtue of Loyalty for white, Virtue of Persistence for black, Virtue of Knowledge for blue, and it's going to have a Virtue of something and a Virtue of something else for green and red as well. And they do that in like a lot of different sets. But those are usually like some of the better cards in the sets as well. As you can see, they're mythics and they're on the first page holding some of the top price points. Virtue of Persistence, 141 listings as low as $10, market price $13.75. It's a mythic. It's an enchantment, which again is like a continuous spell. But let's read this. At the beginning of your upkeep, pit target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield on WoW. Okay. At the beginning of your upkeep is at the beginning of your turn. And that's what it does as a 7-drop. But then you can use it as a 2-drop sorcery. A target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn, and you gain 2 life. So you can use it as like a 2-drop removal. But then the other thing, because it's I believe an adventure card, you can cast it from your graveyard for its 7-drop cost later. So you can get both uses out of it. Hence its mythic rarity and its price point. But I can already imagine the degeneracy that's happening on MTG Arena right now. I ain't been on there in a while. I definitely haven't been on there since Wilds of Eldraine have dropped. It should have been a set rotation. Some cards should have been rotated out. That's why I haven't been on there, because I don't want to like remodify all the decks I have and take out all of the cards that didn't rotate it out and start putting in new cards. I'm still on my Master Duel tip. Speaking of Master Duel, we're 3 days away, guys. We're 3 days away from Age of Overlord. It's dropping on Friday. Everybody's so hyped for it. It's like they don't even realize that in literally 2 weeks from Age of Overlord, we're getting the 25th Rarity Anniversary Collection. So next week, guys, we're going to start seeing spoilers. Next week, we're going to start seeing people on YouTube Yugi Tubers, sponsored by Konami, opening up the 25th Rarity Anniversary Collection, guys, and they're going to be pulling cards in every box, guys. Like the topic of Yu-Gi-Oh is about to switch heavy to the 25th Rarity Anniversary Collection, and I could see like a lot of things like getting dumped for that. Once like the reveals for certain cards start happening, like a lot of prices starting to drop. If I'm not mistaken, we're about to probably pull up a tab here because I want to make sure. 2023 Mega Tens holding pretty steady. I was listening to Fresh Off the Press. He was talking about a couple of cards. I don't know. There's a market watch a couple of days ago, but a couple of these cards had some value I wasn't really expecting them to have. Master of Chaos, 66 listings as low as 80 cents, market price 96. I mean, people are going in on these cards this week, even though like the past week or so, even though like I said, next week, guys, the narrative is going to shift. People are going to start relocating their capital going in on pre-sales of the 25th Rarity Anniversary Collection. And I could see Master of Chaos end up with 100 listings on the market, 66 listings now as low as 80 cents, market price 96 cents, because people have shifted their focus. I don't know what it was. He was going over a lot of stuff, but a few of these cards just had some value I wasn't really expecting them to have. Runic Fountain, though, I feel like is decently priced. 155 listings as low as 35 cents, market price 66. It's pretty good. Runic Fountain, it's a guaranteed 2 of in Runics. Runics can rear their head at any point in the meta coming up. But this is what I wanted to see. I think it's like it's go to Google and then it's like Yugipedia. Yugi Wiki. No, not that one. It's not the fan. It's Yugipedia. Yeah, Yugipedia. This one. So let's see. Theirs is not up here. 25th. Or let's look at Rarity Collection. Rarity Collection. Oh no. Oh no. Rarity Collection quarter. Oh no. I'm getting ahead of myself. Here we go. Rarity Collection Quarter Century Edition. Korean? This is what I'm looking for, right? How many cards? Lava Golem, Lone Fire, Effect Veiler, Maxia. Yeah, this is the set. Tour Guide, the Winged Dragon and Raw, Sphere Mode, Ash. If they do a 1-for-1, guys, I mean, look at this. Ash Blossom in here. Like the focus shift is going to be real. Ooh, Danger Jackalope. Dimension Shifter Nibiru. Blue Eyes Abyss. What? Why would they put Abyss in here? Good thing I didn't buy no Abysses. I'm about to go into no secrets. Are they going to give it a QCSR? What the heck? Golden Lord. Ecclesia. Albat. Bruh, if you're holding Albat's Ultimate Rares, $30. Drop them now if this is a 1-for-1. If you're holding Alpha the Master of Beast Starlight Rares, I mean, they're already down. I think they're already 2 digits, but ooh, you might want to think about letting those go too. Ooh, the Iris Sorso, dang, Konami is simping for Fleur de Lis. That gives me I already got a card for the next market watch. I'm going down the Fleur de Lis line, her evolution. Dragocepelia, Ancient Fairy, Herald, Junk Speeder, Savage, Baron, Downard, Galaxy Eyes Full Armor. Okay. Dengirsu, Cherubine. Oh, so Zeus is not in here. For some reason, I thought Zeus was going to be in here. Okay, so Zeus, I had mentioned in some previous market watches that Zeus is going to bend the knee when that 25th birthday anniversary collection is coming out, but Zeus is not in here. Unless they do a 180 and throw Zeus in here. Zeus is not in here. Dang. I might get caught holding the Dengirsu bag. I'm going to probably hurry up and try to list mine for like $6 because I got some Dengirsus. And that's some easy capital right there. Oh yeah, I might be able to get away with it because the horse is dropping, and if people are not in the know, if they're not watching market watches like these, and they're still buying Dengirsus at $8 because they just saw a horse and it was like, this is really cool, and they need a Dengirsu, I might have some for the low for you. Even though if you wait 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, it's probably going to be $1. I guarantee it's going to be $1 with a super rare printing. Code Talker inverted, okay. Celine, that's nice. Decode Talker Heat, so that's really, really dope. I really like a secret rare that. Change of Heart, Rhoda. Oh, yeah, if you hold in Ultra Pharaoh's Rare, Secret Pharaoh's Rare, Rhoda, or even though those, that is a unique rarity. So you might be okay with that one. You might lose like $20 in value, but you might be okay. But if you hold in Collector's Rare Rhoda, you about to get caught holding a bag, as Fresh would say. Pot of Desires, Pot of Extravagance, Pot of Prosperity, Forbidden Droplet, Triple Tactics Talent, Nadir. Okay, Nadir. Yeah, if you hold the Secret Nadir Service, you better drop those. Lightning Storm. Ooh, Small World. Magician's Salvation? Really? It's cool, but really? Compulse. Dimensional Barrier. Harpy's Featherstorm, Evenly Matched, Infinite Impermanence, Schism, Prison, Revolt. They could have did the trap cards leave some to be desired. Spell cards, they went in. Some of these are weird. Ghost Trick, Angel of Mischief. Okay, I mean, what? I mean, we throwing staples in here left and right, and y'all throw Ghost Trick, Angel of Mischief in here. Okay. Like there's a couple other weird ones like that. Like we're throwing staples left and right, and then y'all give us this. Win the Wind Channeler. What? Win the Wind Channeler. Why would you? Oh, the Galaxy Eyes Full Armor. What is Galaxy Eyes Full Armor generic? Of course, guys, we can't be out here all day. Hopefully, I provided some value with this live stream market watch. Like Kakarot. Send me your energy so we can get that space gate charged up for part 2. And with that, guys, we're going to be getting up out of here. Nimbus, are we in there? Are we in there? Yeah, we in there.